Hey man,
Yes, sir.
this I want to say this off the rip, bro, Timmy. I want to give you a cheers moment, brother.
Thank you.
People don't know how long
Yeah.
you've been working on the music, bro. We're gonna get into that today.
Yeah.
But to see it finally cracked through
Yeah.
is to you, brother. Woo! It feel good to see my
Thank you, big dog. Yeah, the conversation we've had, man, crazy.
You know, and it's a blessing, man, because it's a testament to working,
Yeah.
put one foot in front of the other,
Yeah.
and being unapologetically you. But we're gonna get into all that. How are you, first and foremost? Welcome to the Kenny Burns Show.
Oh, I'm happy to be here, brother. Thank you for having me. Yo, I'm blessed. I'm quarantined up in the A, so I'm happy, man. I'm good.
Yeah, God is good, man. You know, I want to take people on a journey because I think a lot of times, you know, when
Yeah.
interviews happen, people are rushing and they got to promote the thing and
Yeah.
get the thing out and do the thing. We got a little bit of today, so I want to
Let's get it.
paint this illustrious picture
Okay.
of Rotimi.
Yeah.
Olu Rotimi.
I forgot mine.
By the way,
Yeah.
Mr. Sexy and Nigerian Butterscotch, I have a shirt for him.
Oh.
Eat it up like a vegan.
Hey, you're a slick one.
Yeah. I listen to your song. So listen.
Yes, sir.
I want to go back. You're an 80s baby. I feel like 80s babies are going to save the world.
Amen.
I feel, you're tail end of the 80s, but you're still an 80s baby.
Amen. Yes, sir.
You're born in Jersey?
Born in Jersey, up.
And you literally were raised, by parents who were Nigerian. What was that like for young Rotimi in
Jersey? So for me, being first generation Nigerian, my parents both came here basically homeless.
Wow.
So I had no excuses. They came homeless in New York, in New Jersey, and for me, exactly. So they're the epitome of love because they've been together for now almost 40 years.
Woo!
So I grew up
for black love.
So I grew up seeing what love is. I grew up seeing what hard work is. So for me, my mom, and anybody knows about Nigerians, man, you're not really supposed to do anything creative. You're supposed to be a lawyer, a doctor, engineer. So my mom is a prayer warrior, so she's very spiritual. So she had a dream when I was in her womb that Bob Marley had come and said, your son is going to finish my legacy. Yes, bro. So for me, when I came out, and my mom heard me sing when I was 2-3 years old, she was like, okay, you're going to be a wedding singer. I know all the brides is getting married for the next year. You about to be singing up in Jersey, Connecticut, Philadelphia. So for me, that's how I got performing at an early age. And then they had me play every type of instrument. So it was really like, if you're going to be the best at something, you got to work hard and you can't apologize for being dope at it if you're good at it. And so
I signed Wale, and he's Nigerian.
Yeah.
His parents are Nigerian, and he used to tell me so many stories on how strict. To your point of they didn't want you. They're not with that. You get a job.
Nah.
Your father was prominent. You know what I mean? So it's like they wasn't with the creative shit at all.
Yeah, at all, for real. Yeah, most families aren't. I was just blessed, but my mom has the third eye, man. So she was like, let me just do what God is saying. Exactly. So she let me do what God. So they made me play every instrument, violin, flute, drums, guitar, everything when I was a kid. And I just settled on the music, on singing, man. And it was just that.
Yeah, I applaud your parents, man. Not because of the beautiful human you turned out to be with your offering. You're just a great dude, but
thank you, brother.
Staying with it, because that generation, my mom couldn't quite keep it together. Like people, they couldn't keep it together, man. So one time for Black love, Jesus Christ.
Amen. Yes, sir.
How many years is that?
It's about 40 now, bro. 40 years.
That's halfway through that. We're almost 21.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, but I want to go to your high school years, man. Your nephew out of this. I worked out with Kyle, my youngest, earlier.
Yeah.
And I was telling him that, Rotimi could hoop. Like he used to hoop in high school. He could hoop. He's like, he can't mess with me, Pops. I'm like, all right. But
no, we're gonna do that.
They in they bad. They in they bad.
They tough. He's tough.
Yeah, but they talk. The youngest one talk more shit than the older. The older one you might have it, but I don't know. But anyway,
Who's nice? Like who's for real nice? Nice.
both of them.
Both of them nice.
Swear to God.
Wow.
Kenny just dropped. Kenny, he's at Kennesaw State University. I played D1 for Kennesaw State.
Oh wow.
Kyle and them, they won the chip last year here in Georgia. He's going to be a junior this year.
Oh wow. He started looking for schools already.
Well, he broke his hand trying to dunk on somebody in the game. Well, this little thing right here.
Oh, my fault. Different kind of problems. My fault.
He's an animal. But you know, yeah, this is his year for the scholarships and all that. Kenny worked to the last minute for his, by the way. But back to you. You hooped in high school. People don't know.
I hooped, yeah. Can you hear me?
Perfect.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I definitely hooped in high school, bro. Yeah, it was Jersey, Columbia High School. And the thing is, our school was never nice until our year. But like we all played together since we were maybe 12. So we had from 12 to 18. So that makes a whole difference. So we did AAU together. You know, we were doing tournaments, street ball tournaments together. So like we had camaraderie. But again, being Nigerian, I couldn't go to school to play basketball. I couldn't do that. So I had to like, you know, change my whole decision on what I wanted to do. But it was definitely a real dream.
I tell people all the time, and unlike when you were growing up and when I was growing up, you know, you could stay together as a unit. But these people poach kids like they're NBA players, bro.
Now, yes, bro.
This AAU thing right now is a whole nother level of like, we should monetize it because
yes.
As long as your state touches the other state line, you can move them. I'm like, what is going on?
Yes, bro. It's a whole different. I mean, you know, with social media now, we looking at high school stats like it's LeBron James Jr. at freaking 9 years old. You know, like it's not fair. It's not fair.
No question. But in high school too, you were also in the choir. You were doing something. So you were on your singing thing in high school.
Yeah, so funny story. So I'll tell you two stories about high school. So I went to, when I was 15 years old, I did the Apollo Theater at 15.
Wow.
And I ended up winning the first week. So I ended up winning the first week.
Did nobody know that shit, Rotimi?
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. You know, I don't. If you ask, I tell. I just don't tell. You know what I'm saying? I don't just speak out too much. You know what I'm saying? But now I won the first week, and I got called back to do it again, and I won the second week. So my mom was like, "Yeah, you can't serve." So my mom was like, "You can't literally keep missing school, so that's enough." Literally 2 months after that, yes, exactly. Jay-Z's nephews always lived in my town, but one of them decided to start rapping. His name is Ramel. So Ramel was like, "Yo, I want to start a group, 4 of us rappers. I want you singing role, and we got this girl named AK." And so we made a group called Natural Born Hustlers. All of my senior year, Jay-Z had us perform in his living room in the city at his penthouse, 2005, 2006, literally. So for a year, we were getting school, we were getting knowledge like off top from like one of the greatest to ever do it, man. And that kind of gave me the confidence, like, all right. Every time he gave me feedback, it's like, man, your voice is strong, but kind of try to control it, or this and this and this, or like when you perform, da 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 da. So I remember things when I was 17 that like a lot of people don't ever get the opportunity, and that was for a year straight. So I ended up going to college, Northwestern, and then the group kind of broke up. But that was probably one of the best, early years of my life.
And you're 17 years old. Like I think people don't really realize. They see you on Power and they think, Dre, Dre made it. No, nigga, I've been working.
Yes.
Wow.
It's wild, and again, I had to learn, man, Tyrese said it best to me, man. Like, he was like, you can't control what God has planned, like, so for the longest time, I used to just be like, why? Like, I don't even care to act. Like, I don't even want to do this. That's not my passion. I'll tell you the story how I got into that too, but like, that's not my passion. Like, why does everything keep happening for this and not this? And God has his own plan, man, and the timing is always right.
Hey, listen, bro. I'm a testimony to it. You're a testimony to that.
Yes, sir.
And I look at like you graduated 2010, right? Yeah. And then you did that. I remember you from Boss. You were on the show. Sanaa Lathan was on that show. Tip.
Yep.
Grandma the OG. So graduate from college.
Yeah.
And you go to that, like, so
How
what
did it happen?
are you making to like be on the radar for that?
Okay, so let me. This is how God works. Let me tell you, bro. I graduate June 2010. All of my senior year of college, we're touring all different colleges at that time, but we're still struggling artists. So me and my manager, I'm in Chicago now. Me and my manager are living together, and he's like, bro, we don't have enough money to sustain this. So you kind of like, every time you do a music video, you're really natural. So try doing, like, maybe going for a commercial or something. I said, bro, I never act before. I don't know nothing about this world. He was like, just go in and get an audition for a commercial. That's all I need you to do. So I'm going, walking around, taking the train around Chicago, bro, and no agency wanted to take me because I had no resume. Mind you, this is 4 months out of graduating. So if you know Northwestern University, everybody that leaves there gets a great job,
right?
Investment banking, you know what I mean? So I'm the struggling artist. So then this one agency called Great Talent, they take me in because her son goes to my school. That's the only reason why. Crazy.
Purpose-driven life. You hear me?
Bro, her son, she was like, all right, I'll take you in. It's cool. She takes me in, and she's like, all right, so there's a show called Boss that's coming to Chicago in 3 weeks. I don't expect you to go get the job. I just want you to get your feet wet with auditioning. Just get wet. Just get used to auditioning, yeah.
And Boss was on Stars too, right?
It was on Stars. So Boss was on Stars, so she was like, yeah, Kelsey Grammer has a new show. Listen, again, don't think you're gonna get it. You've never done this. Just try and just audition. Bro, I go in, Kelsey's in the audition, because he's there, he's literally there saying thank you to the casting directors for allowing him to, for them to use them to find the people. She's like, hey, can you just stay for this one person? Like, can you just stay for him? Bro, I go up, literally, I do my thing, and they call me a week later like, Kelsey loves you. He couldn't believe that this is your friend. He asked me, he was like, how long? Because Northwestern's known for a theater school.
Yeah.
So he was like, how long would you study with? Did you study with this person, this person? I said, nah, sir, this is my first day. And he was just like, wait, what? And so 2 weeks later, man, I'm on Boss, and now I'm an actor, but it was like.
I want to say this, like, and what people don't realize, because we got a lot of somethings on here. Kelsey Grammer, at that time, he was at the pinnacle of acting. Had one of the longest running sitcoms ever twice. He was doing hella shit, and ironically, he's in your audition. Can we talk about steps? I mean, Jesus.
Bro, I can't make this up, bro. And the cool thing is, for someone who's never really studied TV, film, entertainment, acting like that, my first acting coach was Kelsey Grammer. So if anyone watches episode 1 of Boss on Netflix right now, that's my first acting class. Literally, if they watch that episode, that's my first acting class. So it's like, you expect one thing to be one thing, and then you just gotta go with the flow of another. And at that time, I was buzzing crazy musically in Chicago. So it was just like, all right, you gotta put this on hold and learn this whole new craft, man. And it was just, God's favor, bro, honestly.
And I'm a witness. I've seen it. I've seen you grow. I've seen you. But what I don't think people realize is what you said about Northwestern. You graduate with a bachelor's in communications, right?
Yes, sir.
Minor and bachelor of
business.
Yeah. And, you're supposed to, your parents, everybody is like, take that degree, and this job is waiting for you, because Northwestern is notorious for that. But you take on your dream. You just know something in your spirit is telling you, and you thought it was music.
Yeah, I thought it was at first, And
then the acting piece starts to really unfold. And I mean, from there you went straight to well, no, you didn't. You did a couple different things, but when I saw you again and really noticed, like, was Divergent. Rabbits, right?
Yeah.
There was Ashley Judd. There was a bunch of people.
There's a lot of people in that,
So you had got your feet wet with Boss. You did a couple things. What was that like on your road to? Because that was a big budget film, and that's the reason I went straight to that.
Yeah, for me, again, it's connections, man. Like the lady the casting director that cast me for Boss on my first audition was the same casting director for Divergent. So it wasn't even exactly. So it wasn't even like can you come in on? Nah.
Oh.
She wasn't. She looked out. Yes, sir.
Allies.
The ally. So she called. She was like, "Nah, don't even audition. You know, I know what you could do." But at that time, for me, and you know, I'm not trying to sound so crazy, but like at that time, I was the it kid in terms of agents because I had just came out of nowhere. So it was WME, CAA, everyone after me. So it was like, who is this kid that now has a Golden Globe on Boss out of nowhere?
Come on.
Like, come on. So it was that kind of energy. So she was like,
you got a Golden Globe?
yeah, yeah.
A round of applause in the goddamn comments.
Yeah, so you know, it was all within the first 9 months of this whole thing, man. So it was just God and this timing. But yeah, Divergent being on set was kind of crazy because when you have Boss, stars took care of us. But then when you're doing Divergent, when you're doing this type of budget, this type of movie, it was mind blowing, and the energy was different, and you had to bring your A game, man. And the funny thing is, even crazy, bro. The woman that wrote Divergent went to Northwestern with me the same time.
Give me all of my fucking toys. Give me all of the toys. Like, but you can't write. You can't make this shit up.
I can't make this up, bro. She was literally in school with me while she was doing whatever. I was in school with her. She's writing this mega movie trilogy while we're in school, our freshman year.
Let's put things in perspective. That movie cost $85 million.
Million. Yes. Yes. Yes.
You were a rapper, singer, you know what I mean? That got into Boss, won a Golden Globe, and now you're $85 million set.
Yes, bro. In 2014, 15, I think it was. Yeah, 13. Yeah.
In the movie business, you know, this game is a very fickle game. You know, you could shoot a whole movie and it never come out. You could do
right. I've done that.
Yeah, I know you have. But I really feel like with Divergent, y'all did almost 300 million worldwide, and it was considered a flop.
Yeah, because the budget didn't match the profit. It should have made billions. How like Hunger Games? That's how they based it off of. The Hunger Games made billions.
Yeah, Hunger Games is a whole like lightning in a bottle situation.
Exactly. So they tried to tailor it around the same thing. So if you make a $50 to $75 million profit on a movie that they spend 280 and you make 350, it's a loss. It's a loss in a way. Yeah.
At this point, Golden Globe is in.
Yeah.
You know, you probably like 4 or 5 movies, appearances, television in.
Yeah.
What is it like being a Black actor in Hollywood at this point? 2014, you got energy. How were you moving?
2014. Okay. To understand 2014, we got to go back to 2013.
Let's go.
2013 was when Rotimi was born. And I'll say that the man Rotimi was born because Boss had just been canceled. My agency, mind you, I was with WME. I signed with William Morris, with Charles King.
Wow.
Right after that first season of Boss. But he was working on Tyler Perry because Tyler Perry was on fire in 2014 with everything.
Yeah.
So it was everything Tyler Perry, but I wasn't getting attention. So I had to leave WME. Management at the time wasn't really rocking with him, so I had to let go of management. Records that I had done with producers, they were giving away. I didn't do right paperwork, so they were giving away and putting on other artists' albums. Horrible relationship. So in 2013 and then 6th, I was probably the farthest away from God I've ever been in my life. And then the illest thing I did was to save money because now I had no job. I moved back in with my parents for 8 months.
Wow. Now what did they say though? So you go do this show, then you get money, and then you come home. What are they saying? I told you. What are they saying?
No, you know what it is? My dad is an investment banker. So he was like, listen, I'm going to save your money. I'm going to save the money that you have in the bank from this. And I'm going to give you maybe $25,000, $30,000 to live off of and keep the rest of your money. At the time, I didn't get it. I was like, I earned this. You didn't tell me. I'm 22, 23. What are you doing?
I'm out here.
Yeah, I'm out here. What do you mean I was living without you for 5 years? What's up? Yeah, so that kind of energy, but it saved me so much heart. So anyway, so I moved back. So mind you, everything is crumbled. And I remember just praying, man, and just saying, why am I chasing this, and this? And I got grounded in myself. I realized, let me start my own label. I'm like, why am I chasing these labels? Forget labels. Let me do my own thing. Let me, you know what? This girl has been my publicist for 6 years now. She knows the music business. You're my new management. You're my new manager. Come on. You know what? Now I'm gonna make sure I do all the paperwork. You know what? I don't really need an agent. I got enough contacts. So let me just So it was me taking back my own power at that time. No pun intended. So I get myself together. Now we're in 2014. I get myself together mentally, and I say, you know what? I'm ready to get back into auditioning. I'm ready to you know. And during that time, I was just recording music. Right. And during that time, I recorded a record called Lotto, which will come back later. So I'm now 2014. I'm like, sorry. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I recorded a record called Lotto without any ties to anybody at the time. Because mind you, I had this downtime in 2013. 2014, my manager calls me. He's like, my acting manager. He's like, listen, there's a show called Power that wants you to audition. I said, Power? He was like, yeah, I think they have one season up right now, but it's really quiet. Because at the time, nobody heard about Power until people started catching on to it on demand after the first season. People weren't watching it when it came. So I think it was still on TV, the first season. I was like, wait, 50 show? Nah, I ain't doing that. I'm good, man. He's like, nah, but listen, he was like, trust me, Rotimi, trust me. The only catch to it is you got to fly yourself to LA. And if they like you, you just got to stay out there until you get the follow-up interview. Audition. I'm like, so they want me to put my own money, fly from Jersey, put my own money that I really am now running low on because I can't get the access to my other money that I really got. So, you know what? Let's just do it. Bro, I moved to, basically, I stay in LA for about 3 weeks. I stay at this motel on Hollywood Boulevard in the hood, on the hood side.
Can't make this shit up.
On the hood side of Hollywood Boulevard, bro. And I'm literally, I go in the first day, it's quiet. It's literally quiet. I ain't hear nothing from them for maybe 2-3 weeks. So now I'm spending $50, $60 every single day just hoping like they're gonna call me in again. Again, I take my time, I pray, bro. I do another audition for another TV show. I get that for an episode. Have a little money now to stay out there for a little bit, just hoping they're gonna call. Right. They end up calling 2 weeks later, man, and the rest is history, bro. But like, you know, crazy.
I have a timeline, Rotimi, because I'm a journalist.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You skipped one thing.
Okay. Oh.
So I wanted to give you your props on something.
Okay.
Because the kid, what's his name? John. You did the thing.
John Boyega.
You did a film with him.
Yes. Okay.
Because you guys won the award.
Yes, sir.
Props. Because the one thing like I'm listening to in your journey, and we're about to go to Power. We're about to go Power crazy later.
Let's go.
But this particular thing, you know, in this business of ours, there's often, you know, offerings we give, and we really don't get what we should have got from it. You know? I feel like looking at you, looking at John, and seeing what you've become since that one little film, it's a testament.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I had
other,
but you had other good actors, great actors, and are doing their thing now too in that particular movie. But I'll give you props on that because I don't think people really understand the nuance of the film game. And Sundance is like Bible.
Oh yeah, it's the Bible of independent films that become amazing, you know. And so, 2013, I did that movie with no agent, but that's what I'm telling you. Like, did that movie with no agent.
Baller alert!
Come on. Did that movie with no agent, and they were like, yo, this is this London kid, you know, he's gonna star in it. You'll play number 2. His name is John Boyega. He did some movie called Attack the Block in London that's popping. He's coming over here now. He's switching over. I said, right, cool. And they're like, he's Nigerian. Like, oh shit, okay, cool. And literally from day one, man, we shot that in LA, in Compton for a month. Wow. And we both didn't have money. So the money that we making to be in the movie, we're spending on housing. So we did this movie for free, basically. You know what I mean? And so, again, love of the art. So then we find out, mind you, we had like a Malik, his name was Malik, incredible director, but he was so crazy that he would spend 25 takes on one thing. So we're exhausted. So you're practicing your craft. Now you and me and John Boyega are leading a movie, and it was just so much happening, growth at that time that, you know, it showed me that, okay, I'm meant to do this, you know. And then, mind you, 6 months later, you get a call with a movie that has like a $500,000 budget, and you find out you're in Sundance. And when you get into Sundance, it's basically the distributors fighting over who's gonna buy the dopest movie. And for us, you know, ours happened to end up being Netflix a couple years later, but in maybe 2017 that it got bought. So we both, he's on Star Wars, I'm on Power. We both forgot about the movie.
I was about to say, it's a no-brainer. And plus we need content more than ever.
100%.
But big props for that, because I know how hard you work and how much you kind of get underrated at times.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, you're aligned with those types of megastars in my heart and mind. So I just want you to know I see you. But Power, brother, come on, man. What the fuck? This Power, bro.
Yeah.
You know, Power was good. Like you said, I was watching it day one.
Yeah.
And I love the characters. The characters. But when you and 50 came in, it went to a whole nother planet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because 50 wasn't on the first season.
Not really. He was in jail.
Exactly. So when y'all dynamic came, I felt like the shit turned all the way up. Now, you get into your first season, which is the second season, correct?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
What is it feeling like? Because what I do know about that show is that it had a whole nother life when the show was over. Because the internet, the conversation how was that for you, first season?
When I first got on?
Yeah.
You know what? I was let me be completely honest. I was a little intimidated at first.
Really?
At first, because I knew I was walking into a machine that had already been rolling.
Right.
So, and then keep it 100. There was a couple people on the show that I could tell that if one person is doing really well, they may feel a certain way.
Some haters were close by?
In anything, in any job. In any job.
Absolutely facts.
In any job. So I was able to spot that. So I had to figure out how to be a family member. I'm competitive, so my thing is, listen, bro, if you're in the scene with me, bro, I'm going to demolish you. And that's my mentality.
That's the athlete in you. That's the Nigerian in you.
Exactly. So I was like, all right, so let me do that, but then also let me be a businessman and learn. So it was intimidating to kind of juggle all of those things. And I spent most of my first season with 50. So he made it easy to just be like, okay. Because he's the same animal as me when it comes to entertainment, businessman, musician, actor, director, all that. So that's everything I wanted to do. So I learned right away, bro. I learned my first year more than any other year because I was right-hand man to 50 in scenes. And so I was able just to see how he carried himself, the decisions, how he handled women at the time. Like, it was so much that I learned on all aspects of being in this industry. And again, you know, him giving me my deal at the time too.
So your deal, because Lotto came out that year?
Lotto came out that year, yeah.
The way you get in and you know what I'm saying? The way you know what I'm talking about? It's like a whole, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Because Lotto's pop.
Yeah.
I think Lotto for me was the introduction to what you could do musically.
100%. And you know, but I can't make this story up either. Let me just tell you real quick how I got my deal.
Share with me, Timmy.
Okay, I got time. You got time, a little time? All right. So, it was a rainy day.
Okay.
It was a rainy day, and I just finished filming maybe around 4 o'clock. There was these producers, these 2 white boys that have been bugging me to work with them for maybe 5 months. Granted, we're 5 months into filming, and 50 doesn't know that I do music yet. I didn't mention it. I was like, look, man, as a man, I'm not going to be like, hey, man, listen to my mixtape. No, I'm going to literally be like, bro, if you hear about my music, it's gonna be on the radio or somebody gonna bring it to him personally. That was my mentality. So 5 months in, I go to the session. This is when Snapchat had just came out. So they were like, hey bro, before we start, we just won like this little competition on Snapchat where this producer who places music in movies, he's gonna come and, you know, get the beats for us for his artists. Right. I was like, cool. Mind you, I don't really know them. They know me from music, but I don't really know them, and I don't know whoever's coming into the session.
Right. Oh, and by the way, I just want to tell the TKBS listeners, you did have music on Boss and a couple of things you work. So I like how you get in and you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, come on, bro. We gotta get the place with them syncs, right? So then the dude comes in and he's like, hey man, I'm sorry to interrupt your session, but they just won this challenge I was doing. I want to get some music off them. I work with artists like Eminem, Dr. Dre, Kendrick Lamar, and, you know, 50 Cent. Mind you, this is when I'm filming season 2. Right. We're filming season, so nobody knows me yet, like in that room. So I was like, oh, that's funny. I work with 50. He was like, oh, bet. He's like, oh, so he's like, this is your session right now? I was like, yeah. He was like, yo, play me some. I was like, how do you know 50? He was like, oh, I do all the music at G Unit. I said, bro, I'm the new character on his show Power. Yeah. He was like, oh shit. Okay, well, play the record. So I play him Lotto. He's like, oh yeah, come to the office tomorrow. Let's talk. Let's have a bigger conversation. Mind you, did not text 50 yet. Didn't do anything yet. I go. This is how another situation how God works. My meeting the next day was at 2 p.m. Right. I was living in Brooklyn at the time. So if you're familiar with Midtown to Brooklyn, if you're not, it could be traffic for hours, or you get there 30 minutes, you good. That day I happened to be an hour late, so I get there at 3 now. So my manager at the time, she's there and she's stalling for me. So 15 minutes, I get there, so I'm playing them more records. 15 minutes into the session, 50 walks in. Right. So if I was there at 2 o'clock, I would have missed him, because them meetings when you play records don't last longer than 30, 40 minutes. You know what I mean? Quick. But the fact is, he was like, yo, little bro, what are you doing here? He was like, oh boy, was like, his name was Tony. Tony was like, listen, man, like, yo, he's dope. He got some records. Fifth, listen, he made me play Lotto at least 15 times, back to back to back. He said, bro, one, I respect the fact that you didn't come to me on some sucker shit, sucker things with, like, you know, that kind of energy. Right. 2, I want to give you a deal that I'm going to cut my verse on this tonight. And that was
one time destiny. Yes, you hear me? It's like you almost walk into the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Something like that.
So you have Lotto going, you're popping on Power, you know, and I got to get to the last season of Power, man. You know, we had some amazing runs with you. We got mad at you. We for you. Yeah. You played them characters, dog. I'm talking about, like, you know, it's almost like, hope he didn't die in them flames in that jail. So because you wanted more. Like, you were so desperate at the end. What was it like getting the scripts? Did you know what was happening prior to, or were you getting it when it was like almost time to shoot?
All right, so let me give you something too. So
you like the way I'm setting up these questions?
I love it, bro, because you let me do my thing. You're a beast with this, brother. You deserve this. You deserve your own show. So season 3, I was supposed to die. My character was supposed to be killed off.
Hold on. Yeah. Has you ever said this in real life?
To my people, but not to. This is exclusive.
So in season 3 of Power, you were supposed to be killed off.
The Dre character was not supposed to make it past season 3.
Did y'all hear that shit?
Yeah. So, bro, like, what I had to do, I had to steal scenes. I had to go in there and make it memorable. I had to make if all I had in the scene was a shifty look, I would kill that to the point where they'd be like, oh, what was that? That was that. Oh my God, did you see that? Like, it was, I took every moment, my G. Oh my God, the way he stared at them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't playing, you know, and they had to keep me. They had to. And I remember the conversation. She was like, She was like, listen, the character was only written for a year, but we're gonna give you a 3-year deal. And at that point, it was either Dre was gonna be. This is season 4. Dre was either gonna be season 4 because that's when Ghost got locked up. Yeah. Dre was either gonna be Baby Ghost 2.0, or she was like, "Do you want to be the villain?" I said, honestly, yo, there's already an Amari. I can't outplay Ghost to Ghost. I can't do that. But but I know that I can murder this because they had just killed off Lobo's character. I was like, listen,
that season was
crazy.
Oh
yeah, that was crazy. So I was like, listen, I'm gonna take that and run with that and make this character iconic. I promise you. Just I don't want to do Ghost 2.0, but I want to have elements of him that people will be like, oh, they both doing the same. So that's what we created.
When you put on the suits, bro, I was like, this motherfucker here. Because even though you weren't Ghost 2.0, it was like another version.
Exactly.
Haircut was better. You know what I'm saying? You smoked the weed. No, but listen though, bro. Yeah. I go to like the last couple episodes before you got set on fire.
Yeah.
You know, I was wondering. I mean, because you were dipping in and out, bro. Like it was like, who can I tell? It was 6ix9ine. It was who can
I tell on? Yeah.
Who can I tell on now? Like, I felt, you know, the human side of Dre for some reason. Like, and not that the human would, you know, snip, but like your daughter,
the daughter,
you know. And what was that like getting that script of the end of the, you know what I mean? Did you know it was going that direction?
Yeah, I knew it was going. The second episode of the last season, I knew that it was a wrap. And my point, and that's dope that you said that, bro. I wanted to go out in a way that people felt like, dang, he just loved his daughter. He would do anything for his daughter. Like, and then when we got the last script, cause I got all the scripts, but like when we got the last one, and they introduced Dre's mom. That made him very, very human, man. That made him like, oh,
that had you feeling bad for him.
Exactly. Like, yo, and being able, thank God for you know, the show writers and everybody being able to let us play, because that scene could have went so many different ways when we were in the closet and she had the gun on Dre and, you know, he reciting the Bible verse back to her. Like, it was just like, wow, thank you for this moment, because a lot of people's mind was like, no, I don't want him to die. Now I get it. Like, I get why he's like this. And that was all I wanted to do, you know, going out, was to just say, bring it back to parenting. Like, at the end of the day, these monsters don't create themselves. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so for me, that to leave on that message where it was like, it all starts at home, you know, and that was pretty dope.
Yeah, man, but I don't believe you really died in that cell. I think that there's some tricky shit.
Oh, it's good talking to you, my brother. It's good. I'll talk. Huh?
Okay.
Okay. All right.
In my creative world of television that I love, so I love gangster shit. That is my favorite offering, theatrically. And I just, you know, now that I know that there's Power Book 1, 2, 6, 7, 25, I want to see Drake Power Book.
I know. I'm gonna tell you. There is no Dre and Power Books. There is none.
Damn, Dre, just kill a nigga whole shit.
I know. You know, and you know, but me.
And it's okay.
Oh, it's beautiful. Right. It's beautiful. I've done very well with that show financially, and also now the platform that has put me on, the conversations, bro. I was able to jump into another legendary comedy 3 months after it's done with Coming to America 2, you know, so like, we good.
You know, it's like you read my notes.
I was just doing, you know, I went to school too.
So Timmy, you know, I want to get into that.
Yeah,
that's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 greatest movies to me of all time. Coming to America, right?
Thank you, brother.
And when you think about 30 years later,
when
I saw who was in it, I was like, dog, I can't wait for this. How was it like reviving an iconic movie like that?
Bro, you know what? Like, you never know who's watching. I'll start with that because me doing butterscotch. Me doing.
Guys, I want to put Noxzema on my motherfucking face. Take my shirt off.
Dog, me doing butterscotch opened the door because the director was a fan of that.
Come on, man.
You know.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah, so crazy enough, you never know who's watching. So I still had to audition, but like it was already here you go. You know, and when I got on set, I knew that I affected the culture when Arsenio Hall came up to me and he was like, Rotimi, mind you, never met him, don't know him, nothing. Rotimi, hey, everybody, this man got one of the coldest songs of 2019, that Love Rhythm, Rhythm, Rhythm. Oh my God. And it was like,
hold on. I'm not gonna get off that easy. Music break. One time for my island massive, all my African massive.
Hey.
Woo!
Yes, sir.
Hey! You're in your bag, nigga. You're in your bag.
Come on.
Woo!
So
Arsenio Hall is telling people about Love Rhythm.
Bro, so it's Eddie over there, Wesley Snipes over here, and it's like, I haven't even introduced myself to anybody, and that was my introduction to the set, and it was just like, wow, man, God, you love me, man. So me and Arsenio speaking, now that kind of warmed up everybody, so now Wesley's coming over, and, you know, everybody's saying, what's up, man? Eddie's a different breed, like, you gotta walk a little different, be a little different for Eddie to get, you know, close to you at first, but
right.
As time went on, man, like it was incredible for me because I had a scene with him, and mind you, he knows the script front and back.
Right.
And I ad-libbed something so dope, so funny, and it broke him down to the point where he was like, "Ah, we gotta do this over."
Give me 5, nigga. Give me 5.
So I was like, oh, this is. I just made Eddie Murphy laugh on, and it was just like, okay, wow, man. So that experience was dope. I mean, yeah, he wasn't. Yeah,
no, I just, you know, I'm going to ask a favor. I'm going to bring Michelle and Barack with me as I ask this favor.
Yes, sir.
What was your audition? Did you have to do it in the sexy Nigerian butterscotch voice?
I did.
No, can you just please give us a little?
No, if I did, then they'll tell you the movie. I can't do that.
No, one line. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck. All right, well. Can you just say something to the ladies? Because they've been saying Mr. Sexy Nigerian Butterscotch.
Ladies and more ladies. It's Mr. Sexy Nigerian Butterscotch talking to my fellow light-skinned brother and Michelle Obama. Hallelujah. Jesus is in the building. Yes.
You know, and let me tell everybody listening, man.
Yeah.
A testament to your journey is that you keep going. You made a funny. You made a funny. You went on the social sphere and made a funny. You made a funny, and somebody saw you do the funny, and you wasn't coming to America too now.
Crazy. I know, bro. I can't write any of this.
That's beautiful, man.
You know what it is though, when you good to people, man, and
come on,
and, you know what I'm saying, and you have good spirit, and you allow life. And if you're spiritual, you allow life and God to take you where you need to go, and you're not malicious, and you play your role and you do what you do, there's no way you can't win. Regardless of how much money you got, no matter how many followers you got, you always gonna be good in your own way if you good, man. I've learned that.
The one thing I love about you is it's really about genuine relationships. What I tell people, because I would always, you know, go into situations with I'm open to receive. I go into every relationship
Yeah.
hoping that we can actually be cool. You know what I'm saying? And be friends. But this business is full of suckers and suckers, right? And so along the way, you get so disappointed at times.
Yes.
Hey, I came in the door with arms open. You were waiting to fucking rob me for whatever I didn't see.
Right.
No, but I want to commend you because, you have the personality. You're going to be the same way to everybody, the janitor or the CEO. But I feel, man, I feel so spirited about you, like when I see you, because I know who I'm going to see. I know we're going to pick up right where we left off the last time.
100%.
We're going to go in here. We're going to tear this shit down. We're going to make scream and holler.
100%.
When I see him again, it's back to the same
shit. Back to the same thing. Yes, sir.
Appreciate about you, brother.
Respect, bro. Thank you, man.
Because it's hard. Isn't it hard in this business at times? You being a person?
Oh, I hate it. And I had to realize that I'm in the industry, but I'm not of it. So for me,
bro,
I've realized, do your job, keep your mouth shut, make sure your presence is felt when it's called on, be creative, and get out the way, man. I'm not friends with too many people. I don't need the friendships in the industry. I got my brothers. I got friends that I make along the way that are genuine friends that we talking about. Before anything, we talking about advice for how do we, you know what I'm saying? So like, yes, sir. So I'm good,
Yes.
We got figures in the bank. So I don't need nothing in terms of this industry. I just do creativity because I love it. And that's what it is.
And I want to say this, man, like to all the young aspiring entrepreneurs that are on this live, it's about doing you. It's not about doing anybody else. And there's comfort levels with that.
Yeah.
As you listen to Rotimi today, you see how he grew in different, moments in his life. He didn't go from here to here and just
not at all.
He rose, and then another thing you've been talking about, Rotimi, and I just want you to speak to this, the entrepreneurial side.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, you're in front of the camera and you're creative and you have so many offerings, right? Your skill set is vast.
Thank you, brother.
But you own your business.
Yes, sir.
You are about your business. Talk about that for just the aspiring creators, man.
So let me even go back into the beginning of it. So I made a deal.
You're presidential today.
Come on. So my dad, 2014, my dad made a bet to me. And he said, if you're really that talented, if you think you're that dope, and he knows me, all right, if you challenge me, I'm going to do it. So he was like, if you really think you're that dope, I don't want you to spend $1 of your power contract. I want you to live off your endorsements and your show money. If you can do that, then you a bad motherfucker. Mind you, I said, Dad, I'm going to be on this show for 5 years. You understand that? He was like, all right, that means your show money and endorsement is going to grow every year then, huh?
Come on, Pop.
I said, okay. Episode 15, season 6, the last episode was the first time I spent money from that contract for 5 years. I didn't touch any of my power money for 5 seasons. The first thing I bought was my house in Atlanta outright. So
cash.
I put that money.
That means cash. He didn't finance shit.
Nothing.
It wasn't no 20%,
nothing. So I put that money back into myself. So now I am a business. I own real estate. And so that's what I did. That was the first thing I did with my money. I'm investing in myself. I have over 6 figures in stocks. I think that's very important. If you're a businessman, you start with $100. Just start growing that, because if it stays in banks, it's just going to stay at 3%, 5%. You can make some extra money. You might make $30 the next year, $70. It just grows. So again, learn stocks and investing and day trading if you're into that as well. What I did, I took, again, so the second thing I used my power money for was to invest in Triller. Put a little money up in that because I know the CEO of Triller, So I was just like, let me just use this and honestly now set myself up where I have reach in different things that is still investing into myself.
Right.
So real estate, apps, technology, investments, stock market. Get into it, man. It's a smart thing to do.
I need my own bobblehead for this one. This is me. This is my 35th birthday invitation, by the way.
Hey,
it's ladies, ladies, and more ladies.
More ladies, yeah.
You had your shot before Power. I'm just gonna put it out there in the street. You know that he saved the entire Power check, and now he's off the market. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. I want to go back to music.
Yeah.
For 2 seconds, and I want to close. I mean, we've been talking an hour. I'm not even really. But you know, again, I told you when you came with Love Rhythm.
Yes, sir.
And it's rhythm, RIDDIM, rhythm. I felt you were in your pocket.
Sure.
You know, and I'm not gonna lie to you. There was a couple of songs with the beat on In My Bed, and when I heard it, it sounded original. I need you to take that as the ultimate compliment because you know you remember. But this is such fucking New York, New Jersey, East Coast. You know what I mean? Beat. But bro, I really feel like you there now, bro. Like I feel like now we need the full and that producer nigga. That's your man, by the way. There's something there with you.
Yes, yes.
We need a 1 through 10 of this now. And the way you talk slick to these women. Listen, let me tell you something about life.
Come on, talk to me, brother. Talk to me.
You know, and we've had several million conversations along our journey together, but you understand who really gets you the money. You're the detail with women, you know, and I'm tired of your six pack. I'm so tired that I got in the gym, Rotimi. Like I'm about to be on TV. I'm not finna not have a 4-pack. Might not miss that. But I'm gonna have a 4-pack. But
come on,
you really understand how important women are to your mix and the way that you treat black women and speak affectionately to black women. You know me. We had this conversation all the time. Oh, yeah. Black women saved me.
Oh yes, sir.
I have the blessings of an amazing father in the house. But just, you know, was that always a part of your program?
Oh, bro, you know, for me, man, it started when I was 7 years old because I was the only child. So I spent a lot of my time around my mom and her prayer meetings with all these grown women. So I'm hearing what they love, what they don't like. I'm getting a cheat code at from 7 to 15, you know, and so I understand now, like at 15, I'm like, yo, women run the world. Like, why do I want to get dressed and look good today? Because there's going to be some girls. This is before my life. Back in the day. So, yeah. So, yeah, okay. So,
he likes how I set that up.
Yeah. So, you know, like you start realizing, like, why do I want to do this? Why do I do this? Why do I do this? What's my motivation? You realize it's one and in a healthy way. And the respect I have, man, the strength of a woman, the support of a good woman, the love and the intelligence of a good woman, man, like it's second to none. And when a woman prays for you, different. Yeah. So I knew that young, and I realized musically women love slick shit, not too in your face, but we both know what we're talking about because that's how a conversation would go if I was out with you then. You know, I flirt a little bit, but before I flirt a little bit. Yeah, thank you. But and
give her a hug for me.
So I'll flirt a little bit, but you know, we both know what we're talking about. So it's kind of just, you know, from growing up around strong women.
Women like men who know how to talk that shit too.
Yeah.
They don't want the real square. They want a smart person that they could. Yeah. But they want to, you know what I'm saying, their head pushing the pillow sometime, but it's fine.
Sometimes.
You gotta walk into that ledge and let them, you know.
Exactly.
So I appreciate how you do that in your music, but I want a full 1 through 10 version of that. I think you in your bag, man. And I want to end the show. I mean, we're in tumultuous times. COVID has everybody inside. You know, this president has brought out racism on another planet. Like, I mean, two of us here dormant for a while. It's in the open. So obviously, you know, you have a trusted voice in our community. I've been using mine to get facts. I think so much rhetoric, you know, just with the news channels, and then you have the false prophet celebrities that don't know nothing about politics but want to jump out there and talk about politics. So on my show, I try to bring facts. One thing I do know is that our ancestors fought and died for our right to vote.
100%.
And I know that this world that we live in, called, this America we live in, is based on who's in office and who, from a local, state, federal level. How do you feel about that, and where are you on the voting tip?
I feel like, okay, one, like you said, it's super important to vote. I think this is the first year truly that we're getting an understanding that voting is really the key to this thing. We've done in 2008. I remember the Diddy campaign. I think what I mean. Everything, and it was ahead of its time.
Yeah.
I wish we had that now.
He ain't done nothing to them. I mean, until I called him out. Until now, Revolt runs everything black all day, which I'm very proud of him.
Amen. But exactly, bro. So like, I wish we had that now. But the voice and social media now, I think people are getting it. In terms of Trump, I mean, listen, man, Trump's ignorance speaks for what it is. But at the same time, like, I wouldn't tell anybody to vote Biden or vote this person. Literally, first thing we need to do is everybody do their own homework. Do your own homework and then make your decision. I can't be like, yo, Biden is this, Trump. No. You do your work and see for yourself, but please vote. You know what I mean?
I'm going to say that one thing you're not going to do is vote for Kanye. Okay, back to the next. Congratulations, Rotimi. You won the lotto, nigga. You won the lotto. You got you a good queen.
Yes, sir. And
it's 50.
Won the lotto, Rotimi.
Yes, sir.
Jackpot, got the right 7 digits.
Throwback.
You come through the visit. It won't be long.
I did like this joint.
Me too, man. Yeah.
I watch waist spring drop.
Yeah, you got an amazing story, bro. I didn't even know half the stuff we talked about today.
Thank you, bro. Yeah. Crazy.
He should sing that to you every night, Vanessa. You make sure you get that love. I want to tell you, man, like, you're a bright light, man, and it's just the beginning. You've had success. I think you're probably still in your 20s. I don't know. I mean, not really, but the point is that sky is the limit for you, bro. Like, you're just such a necessary energy. You understand what I'm saying? I need you on something else, gangster, though. It needs to be a movie.
Yeah, 100%.
And I'm probably sure you're writing it with your team of Northwestern University grads. So I wish you the best, man. And, I'm all
Thank you, bro. And I love you, dog. Thank you for always supporting me. And, brotherhood for life, bro. Anything you need, I'm here.
Yes, sir. Keep going. I'll talk to you soon.
My G.
All right, love.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Rotimi. That man's a legend. Big shout out to his queen. I love how she was sitting there the whole time. See, that's, this is when it's real. When your woman sit right next to you and you're talking to Kenny Burns, you don't know what he's going to say. She's a soldier. Big shout out to V. Love is love, man. Please find that in your lifetime. Okay? It's going to be a hell of a week here on the Kenny Burns Show. Cheers to Truly, y'all. We love y'all. Thank you for supporting us. TKBS forever. See y'all soon.